Hi, this is Rizwan. We're here with Sheikh Ahmad, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about breast augmentation and the best place to implant your breast. So let's go ahead and ask him the question that's on everybody's minds. Sheikh Ahmad, please tell us which is the best pocket to use when you're placing an implant. Is it behind the muscle or in front, just under the skin? And you can obviously take it through all the way. Just let us know what you recommend and what's the best place.
Right. Now, Rizwan, first of all, I like to clear or give a better concept as to when we talk about which pocket to put the implant, what actually it means. The implant can be placed behind the breast, and this is called submammary space or rectomammary space. Or the implant can be placed behind the muscle. This muscle lies behind the breast. So the implant has to go behind the muscle, and this plane is also known as submuscular plane or retromuscular plane. And each of these have indication. Now, generally, people have believed that if you put the implant behind the breast, there's higher incidence of capsular contracture. Now, let me just briefly tell you what capsular contracture is. There's actually nothing wrong with the implant, but the body forms a tiny layer of fibrous tissue around the implant. And that goes very hard, and there are different grades of capsular contracture, the worst being the grade 4, the worst being grade 4 contracture. So people have believed, and I think some rightly so, that when you put the implant behind the muscle, behind the breast, it has higher incidence of capsular contracture. Now that in modern days it is not true anymore, because the way we do surgery, the precautions we take, post-operative care we suggest, the incidence of capsular contracture is not that high, and there's a very little difference between putting the implant behind the breast and behind the muscle as capsular contracture is concerned. The problem is, I think, mainly is how much people have tissue on the upper part of the breast. If there is not enough tissue on the upper part of the breast and the implant is placed behind the breast, the implant has a tendency to become palpable, or people can start seeing the outline of the implant, which does not look good because the bra line is below that in some cases when women like to wear the low top, and doesn't look attractive. So the main indication of putting the implant behind the muscle would be the amount of tissue on the chest wall. And if the amount of tissue on the upper part of the breast or the chest wall is less, the implant should be placed behind the muscle so it is well covered, and it does not give that awkward look of implant being seen. The second thing is, if implant is behind the muscle, it gives them a nice tip. An implant tends not to ride up the neck, and muscle stops it, so it gives a nice takeoff and a better shape. And the third point, which is not really relevant to young people, but in the long run it becomes relevant, because we offer mammography after a certain age. In certain countries, the age when mammography starts is 57, in certain countries is 50. But in short, around about 50 we start giving mammography to women, because that is part and parcel of breast screening, which is known to prevent or save life cancer. In those instances, if the implant is behind the breast, it is easy, not easy. Let me put it this way: it is not uncommon to miss lesion in the breast because the views are not very good. So it's better to put the implant behind the muscle, in which case the breast can be properly imaged, and if there is anything in the breast, that can be seen properly. So there are several reasons which makes the implant putting behind the muscle a better option. But there are when you think, yeah, putting the implant behind the breast is not such a bad idea when there is no family history. A patient is in her 40s, hasn't got such a drop of the breast, has got a good amount of tissue in front of the breast, on the upper part of the breast, then it is not such a bad idea. And the reason is that the post-operative pain in putting the implant behind the breast is not as much as it is when you put behind the muscle, although in both it's tolerable, but recovery is quicker when you put the implant behind the breast itself. And the post-operative pain is better controlled. The discomfort doesn't last more than 24 hours or so. But for personally, me, the best thing to put the implant is behind the muscle for the reasons I have just said.